Because here's the deal. I want to talk about excuse making and how excuse is ruining us. It's ruining us as a culture. It's ruining us as to accomplishing what we're supposed to is. We need to stop making excuses that we're not accomplishing the things we say that are most valuable to us, the things that we say are most important to us. I was thinking about this morning because when I went outside this morning, it was cold. It was not cold, but it's Florida cold. What that means is anytime it drops below about 60 degrees, it gets cold. That's why I'm wearing a sweatshirt this morning. But here's the point. The point is, it would be really easy for me to say, look, it's cold outside today, so I'm not going to work. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to lay in bed all day. It's warm. It's comfortable. That's what feels good. That's what I want to be doing because it just feels so much nicer than actually having to go out and face this brutal, tough world. And I know a lot of you guys are facing hard stuff right now. You're facing difficult things. You're facing difficult circumstances. Some of you are facing circumstances that you've created, things that you've messed up your own life and you're trying to find your way out. Others of you, you're dealing with things that other people have created for you and people who have just hurt you, been mean to you. You're facing those things. Others of you are facing things that have just happened to you. No one did it, no one caused it, but it's so easy to find the reason, well, I'm just gonna quit. I'm not gonna push through today. I'm not gonna get anything done today because woe is me. And so what we need to do is we need to stop with the excuse making. Everybody's got an excuse as to why they can't accomplish whatever their mission in life is. Okay, but the difference is some people say, look, those excuses are invalid. I'm not going to let those excuses control me. Now, I'm not here to tell you that your pain's not real. I'm not trying to tell you that your struggle is not real. No, it is real. Your pain is real and your struggle is real. But guess what? Every other person that you know is dealing with some sort of pain, some sort of struggle. And you might say, well, I'll trade my struggle for their struggle. Well, how do you actually know that that would even be a good trade? Just because your pain feels insurmountable right now doesn't mean that their pain is going to be easy for you to handle. Your pain was given to you for this time, for you to handle, for you to figure out whatever it is that you need to overcome. And I've been equivocating this idea of this pain and these levels that we get stuck at, like going through a video game where you have to beat the final boss. And have you ever noticed the cycles that happen in your life where you keep getting stuck at the same level? Well, it's because you haven't beaten the boss yet. You need to beat the boss before you're going to be able to move on to whatever it is that comes next in your life. And the fact that you haven't beaten that boss yet, well, that tells you a lot about you and where you are right now and where you're stuck at right now. And so you've got to figure out, do you want to keep getting stuck at this level or do you want to blast through it? Because the truth is, I can say up until about a year ago, I was content being stuck at the same level. And you might say, well, why would you want that? Don't you know there's something greater on the other side? Yeah, but the greater on the other side is going to come through the pain that you have to go through on this side. Everybody wants the glory. Everybody wants the yachts. They want the money. They want the houses, but they don't want to do the work. They want get rich quick. And I'm going to tell you that for every one person who gets rich quick, the vast majority of people who get rich slow and hard and boring, and they don't have all these fun things to do. And that's true not just financially rich. We're talking about emotionally rich, spiritually rich, financially rich, talking about mentally rich, all these different areas of your life that you want to be excelling in. The fact is, you're not excelling in them because you're finding the excuse as to why you're not excelling in them. And so let me talk about two things here. So one is, if you're just making excuses to get out from the stuff that you don't want to do, if that's what it is, then that you're calling that on yourself, and you're legit saying, like, look, I know I want to accomplish this. I have big goals. It's Friday. I want to make a lot of money this weekend. Well, if you want to make a lot of money this weekend, what are you doing watching this video, right? Like, now I'm not there to insult you. I'm just saying, like, if you're just saying, look, I want to make a lot of money, but you're scrolling through YouTube, here's your wake-up call. Get out. Now, if you know this and you just need that hype and that motivation to get going, well, then I hope I am that hype and that motivation for you. But the fact is, a lot of you are saying, I want big things with my life. and you're just scrolling, you're scrolling. Scrolling doesn't lead to big things in your life. Creating content leads to big things in your life. Helping other people, serving other people, learning new skills, growing in your life, pushing past these levels, adapting to what the world is throwing at you. That's the stuff that's going to bring you to next levels in life. So again, I'm not telling you to stop watching my videos. I want you to watch my videos. But the fact is, if you just randomly came across this saying, I want big things for my life, but the reality is the big things for your life aren't coming, maybe it has something to do with the fact that you're just staring at a screen all day. Let's go. Let's go. Let's push on different things that you need to do. And so my job here is to motivate you, to get you going. Are you tired because you've been working hard all week? Good. You're supposed to be tired. Okay. Are you feeling some pain in your life right now? Good. That lets you know that life is real, that you're alive. Okay. And look, I know there's a bunch of regular subscribers on this channel who are going through all sorts of different hurt and pain. And I've gone through a ton of hurt and pain. And some of my hurt and pain has been caused by me. And some of my hurt and pain has been caused by other people. And some of my hurt and pain has been caused by life. But if I'm going to simply say, well, guess what? I don't feel good today, so therefore I'm going to abdicate all my responsibilities. I'm not going to work hard at all. Forget it. I'm going to give up on today. I'll start tomorrow. Right? How many times have you said that? I'll start tomorrow. How about we stop starting tomorrow and we start starting today? How about we start starting now? And I know you're not going to be able to fix everything that you want fixed in your life in one day. I understand that. But what if on the other side you said, hey, I'm going to fix something today. There's something about my existence that I know that I want to do. So if you're not feeling motivation, you know what you need to do? You need to get outside of yourself. Because if you're living for yourself, it's very easy to find no motivation. Okay, I spent years of my life where all I was doing the things that I wanted to do for me. I wasn't focused on other people. Now, I had jobs where I was helping other people, but that was just a job. That wasn't a life motivation. And so now I'm in this point where it's like, look, I want to help you. And so if I can just get one of you to get off your butt today and do the thing that you have been putting off, that you know you've been putting off, and you have no reason to put it off other than the fact that it just makes you feel good to put it off, then that's all I care about. So I am rich because I'm rich spiritually. Here's the thing. Some of you guys think richness is only about money, and you're a fool if you think richness is only about money. You're a fool if you think that being rich is all about money, okay? Because I'm going to tell you, some of the richest people in the world financially are some of the most miserable, lousy people in the world. And they're out there serving their own desires, and you hear it time and time again. If you think that richness is the key to happiness, you apparently have never heard Tom Brady when he said after winning Super Bowls, while dating a model, all this saying, I can't help but think there's something more in my life. So if you think that life is all about money, and if you think being rich in this life is all about money, then you are sadly mistaken. I'm not talking about being just financially rich here. I'm talking about being motivated to do things, to help people, to move beyond yourself, okay? And get going on those things, because a lot of you are just sitting around. You are gonna have to find a way. Because look, nobody's going to give you the way. And we can all come up with the reasons. It could be cliched things, Sasha, and if that's your thing, then move on to the next stream. If this isn't for you, then this ain't for you. Leave. Because the reality is I'm living proof that everything can go wrong in your life, and I'm going to keep pushing, and I'm going to keep motivating you. Okay? And so here's the deal. We can find excuses, but let's just say here, like, legitimately, you can't figure out what's going on. Then you know what you need to do? You need to pivot. You need to say, okay, the way that I've been trying to do things keeps blowing up in my face. I'm going to try something else. I'm going to try something different. Okay, so let's say you want to try to get this job, but you can't get the job. They're not letting you in. You're not qualified. You're disqualified for something from your past. Well, guess what? The something from your past might be the very motivation that somebody else needs to hear to keep them out of trouble from their future. Okay, so maybe you can do even a better job of providing motivation, of teaching someone who's struggling in life. Maybe your failures from your past are actually your motivations for helping other people and moving on to things. So it's okay. I don't care. I'm not here for making people happy. I'm not here just to be like, hey, let's hang out and have a chill pill today. This is spitting fire. This is moving beyond where you are stuck. And if you are stuck right now, if you're not stuck, if you're out there and your life is good and you are helping other people and you're making a difference in this world, that's great. But if you're stuck in your life, then you need to start making some changes. And one of the biggest things that I see when I talk to people, and I've talked to people, I've counseled people a lot in my life, one of the biggest things I see is everybody has the reason why they can't do the thing that they are doing. Trojan, words are also the key to life, okay? God spoke the world into existence with the spoken word. And so we need to do this. So here's the deal. Your friend doesn't have money to pay for his college. Okay, so what is he doing to make money right now, Himanshu? Like, you've got to figure out, like, what are you going to do? And are you in the position to help him? Are you in the position to give him a job? Or help him learn a trade? Help him learn a skill? So this is the deal. Like, I don't have extra money to give right now because I've got debt that I'm working on. But you know what I can do? I can sit back and I can do nothing, or I can say, look, I'm going to find ways. I'm going to help people. I'm going to serve, learn, grow, adapt. We talk about these things on this channel all the time. And so here's the thing. A lot of you guys are talking a lot of things. So you know what you should be doing with all the stuff that you're talking? Start your own YouTube channel. Get out there and start talking. Stop scrolling. Stop being content consumers. Start being content creators. Did I see someone here? Now I'm parked. I can kind of get caught up on some stuff here. Who is this? Thezy Hernandez, right? No one's hiring felons. But guess who is hiring felons? YouTube is. Did you know that? YouTube's hiring felons. Start your YouTube channel today, and you can start impacting people. Do you think that there's not people who are stuck in the same mindsets that you were when you were a felon? So maybe you have the opportunity to do that. Look, Trojan, I don't care. It's not up to me to control other people. It's not up to you guys to control other people. This is the big thing. Y'all have this negative impact. Like, who cares? Who cares if you give and you give and you give and you serve and you're not thanked for it? Does that matter? Does that matter? Does that matter to you if you save someone's life and they don't come back to thank you? Does that matter? Does that change the good that you do? No, the good you do is not dependent on other people. This is the crazy thing. I'm seeing just a lot of mindset in here this morning where it's like, look, it's excuse. Who cares? Who cares? Go out and serve your best. Those of you who are parents, you know sometimes you're going to give your absolute best. You're going to give your absolute best to your kids, and some days your kids aren't going to thank you for it. Does that mean you stop giving your absolute best to your kids? No, you give your absolute best. You give your absolute best and you do whatever it is. And so if you're stuck, if you don't have the motivation this morning, then what you need to do is you need to start figuring out, okay, what are these excuses? Take these basic things. You want to start with whatever it is that you have, and you want to find something that you could do, that you would do, that would improve your life. And then you're going to start breaking it into smaller chunks. You're going to go into breaking into smaller chunks until you get down to what it is that you want to accomplish. And so here's the truth. Look, I can come up with excuses why I'm not going to keep pushing in life. I'm going to come up with excuses why I'm just going to start living for myself. You know what, though? I'm going to tell you that it absolutely matters. It matters in the large scale of things. If you don't like the world around you and you're not changing it, then you're part of the problem. And so I just want to challenge you guys. And if you're saying, like, look, this isn't me, then cool. That's fine if it's not for you. But some of you, I know, want to see something different happen in your life, and you're not seeing it. And I bet you, if you look down to the fact, well, what's happening is, what is it that you're not doing that you know you're supposed to be doing that could move you to the next level? Are you investing in your skills? Are you listening? Like, what if instead of scrolling, what if you started investing? There are so many different courses, classes that are available on YouTube that you could be investing in yourself, that you could be learning new skills, that you could be pushing on to new things. But the fact is, we as humans, we love to find the reason why we can't do it, okay? That's the mindset that's just going to keep you stuck. What's going to free you is this mindset of, look, I'm going to start thinking about other people. I'm going to start thinking about the world around me, and I'm going to give myself to the cause of improving the lives of people around me. I'm going to give myself to the cause of improving my own life. All right, and so here's the deal. I am just here to challenge you. We got to kind of take care of some things here in the chat, because some of you just are like just totally missing out on what the big purpose is here. And so I just want you to be like, look, let's move on. Let's move on from this. I'm so caught up. I'm so stuck in everything here. And instead say, let's move on to something better. Let's move on to something greater. Let's move on to something that you're proud of. Are you proud of you? I'm not reading Spice. No, this is just spitfire off the top of my head. I got nothing. I'm just staring straight at the camera, looking right into your eyes if I could see you, which I can't. Okay. But the fact is, are you proud of your life? And if you are, that's great. Yes. This is my old college sweatshirt. I bust out the sweatshirt today. Good morning, American Walmarts. How are you doing? We got people here who aren't understanding American Walmart, so maybe you can chime in and give a little inspiration too, because everybody's coming up. The whole thing is about not making excuses, and all I see is lots of excuses. Yeah, there are barriers that you can't move past. You've got it. Guess what? If you lay down and you throw the covers over yourself, you're never going to move past those barriers. I'm not saying that you're going to have instant success. The whole point here is that you have to make the effort. You've got to do. There are things that have happened to all of us that other people have done to us, or that life has thrown our way. But there's also stupid things that we've done. And if you can't take blame for the fact that you've done stupid stuff, you're not going to be able to overcome those things. Okay? I've got plenty of stupid things, and we share them on this channel. I've got a whole bunch of videos kind of dialoguing those things, and I'm going to be like starting a debt-free journey, right? Why am I in debt? Because I made stupid money decisions, right? I could blame and say, well, this happened and that happened and that happened. But you know what? Where it really comes down to, you know, the common thing with every single problem in your life, what's the common theme to every single problem in your life? It's you, right? Every single problem I have in my life, the common thing that is common to every single problem is me. I am the center of my own problems. And so I've got to fix things. Now, maybe I'm only 10% of some of the things that have happened, but in every single thing that happens in my life, there's at least something that I contributed to it. Either I wasn't wise enough to pull the plug on the relationship in time, or I missed something, or sometimes I just completely sabotage my own life. And so what I want to challenge you is, look, I know life is tough. I know people are struggling. Okay, but the way to get out from struggling is not to stare at the TV all day, or scroll the internet all day, or lay in bed all day, okay, or just seeking pleasure, seeking self gratification all day. That's not where you're gonna find the freedom that you want in life. You're gonna find freedom when you start living for something outside of yourself, when you start living for something greater than yourself, right? And when you start not coming to be served, but to serve other people, to live for other people, to give things away. Because look, no matter what you do in life, some people are going to like you, some people are going to hate you. But what about you? Do you like you? You can be truly free, Spice. That's what we talk about on this channel all the time. Serve, learn, grow, adapt. That's the 4-step path to freedom. And we talk about it all the time, and it applies to any area of your life, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. Serve, learn, grow, adapt. Okay, that is the path to freedom. So you're only free if you decide that you want to be free and you make the efforts that you need to be free. Okay, some government doesn't tell you if you're free or not, right? Other people don't tell you if you're free or not. Your boss doesn't tell you if you're free or not. Freedom comes only if you're willing to pursue it, and if you're willing to fight for it in your own life. So I know people who have had tons of bad things happen to them, and they are joyful and they're free. And I know people who have had similar things happen in their lives, and they're in pain and in prison. So freedom is your choice for freedom. You know, if you want spiritual freedom, you pursue that relationship with Jesus. He promises you that freedom, and I have that freedom there. If you want financial freedom, pursue what you need to do to get financially free. And so, like, that's the thing. It's interesting, because as soon as you talk about richness, all people think about is money. Look, if all you think about is money is freedom, money is not freedom. Freedom is the right of all sentient beings. There you go. Optimus Prime. Perfect tie-in with the sweatshirt here today, right? So here's the deal. Freedom is your choice. Are you free? Are you free? And if you're not, then maybe this is the channel for you, because we're going to talk about it. I'm going to be spending the next year talking about 5 areas that I'm looking to be in the best shape of my life. All right, my heart, my soul, my mind, my strength, and my wallet. Those 5 areas. I want them to be in the best shape of my life a year from now. So 2025. So I already put a video up on that on the channel. So if you want to watch that and you want to see that, we're going to be doing this, and I'm going to be trying to do more of these hype fire. This is totally off the cuff, no script. Okay, like I don't know how to show you or prove to you that there's no script. Like there's just nothing. It's just me sitting in my car. All right, this is nothing. This is the real deal. Okay, so this is what we've got. And those of you who are regulars on the channel, you know that we're not hiding that sort of stuff when we're doing these hype fire chats. The reality is you can have excuses, and look, we all have the reasons why things are difficult. But if you truly want to overcome, then you just have to learn the pivot. American Walmart's, because for when I'm driving and doing like DoorDash or whatever, so usually one is holding my DoorDash stuff and the other has the video. Okay, that's why. And then I usually have a third phone. I actually have 4 phones in the car. I only use 3 of them, but I have one as an emergency backup too. Always have those systems. But you can pivot. Okay, so here's the question. If you're looking for freedom, the question is, are you making excuses, or when things don't go your way, do you pivot quickly? Okay, so when you think of these CEOs, and everybody likes, I don't even have anything on right now, Walmart's. I'm doing this first. Like, you think of these CEOs, and everybody loves to hate on rich people and stuff like that, but you know one of the reasons why rich people get rich is because they don't make excuses, and they just pivot. As soon as something doesn't work, they move on to the next thing. And some of them maybe have really high IQs, and some of them maybe have insider connections, and some of them may have access to money. But do you think being born rich means you're going to be rich when you're older? There's tons of people who have gotten inheritances of lots of money or huge contracts and they still go broke. Just getting money doesn't mean you're going to stay financially rich. Like, that's a silly thing. It maybe gives you a head start, but who cares? There's plenty of people who are rich who started out poor, or their parents started out poor. Here's the thing. I think money can help make your life more free, but money can be a prison, Spice. Money can be a prison. There are tons of people who are more afraid of losing their money than people who have nothing. And they every day. I think there's a lot of just misnomers out here. People think that if I just could wake up to a bank account with $100 million, I'd be good. No, the fact that you're waking up to a bank account that's empty shows you that you couldn't handle a bank account that would have $100 million in it. Most people would absolutely blow through $100 million. Look at it. Look, do the research. Lottery winners, the vast majority of lottery winners lose all the money, right? So money doesn't buy freedom. Money doesn't buy happiness. If you haven't found your inner freedom, if you haven't actually found it, then all money is going to do is just be another tool that you can do to screw up your life with, okay? Do you think that there's a reason why that maybe all these Hollywood actors that everybody looks up to, so many of them end up blowing up their lives by stupid decisions? Yeah, because money doesn't fix the problem of the heart. And all of you guys are focused just on money, and you can't be focused on money as the pathway to freedom. Money is a tool that can be used either for freedom or to imprison you more. You know, because if you have lots of money and you just go out and waste it on stupid things, like lots of money can mean also lots of access to drugs, lots of access to alcohol. Look, that's the thing. American Walmart, you get it because you get the vibe of this channel. But everyone's on here like talking about money and being rich, and that's all that matters. Like, dude, it doesn't matter, guys. If you're not content with nothing, you're not going to be content if you have everything. You have to learn how to do it. Money, first of all, money's fake. Okay, you got to realize this. Money's fake. It's not real. Okay, but that doesn't mean we don't want you to have financial freedom. But what it means is, if I just gave you your same exact life today with $100 million in your bank account, you might feel good for a week, a month, a year, 5 years, but it's not going to solve all the problems that you have in your life. It's just going to maybe give you the excuse to cover over those things. The best people are the people who have struggled their way through and have learned that money is not the ultimate key to happiness. And so I can cite you just example. I've already cited multiple ones in this stream today, but y'all think that just being rich fixes your problems. I'm going to tell you, if you've got problems, being rich is just going to make your problems worse. Whatever your vice is, then you have no problem to do that, right? Think about it. Why do you think there's embezzlement? Why do you think people steal money from companies? Because they don't know how to do that. There you go, Lightning McQueen. It's a perfect example, but that's such a great illustration, though, of so many people. You think that there's NFL football players that are getting multi-million-dollar contracts today that aren't going to be broke in 10 years? You're kidding yourself, because they have the money, they have the party, they have the women, they have all the things that you think you want. But if you traded lives with them for a day with the same problems that you have now, you would probably blow it up. And here's the thing, you see it all the time. People who just walk away and they just like, no, I don't want this anymore. I don't care about this anymore. Because is that money going to you, to your grave? No, that money's gone. It's going on to somebody else. So I want to challenge that mindset. And maybe we got to do more video on that mindset, that just financial freedom and being rich isn't going to just be the salvation to all of your problems. It's one area of your life, but if you're not getting your head fixed, if you're not getting your heart fixed, if you're not becoming a servant, if you're not living on other people, think about it. Some of the richest people in the world are some of the most hated people in the world. Why is that? Why is it? Why do you hate rich people so much? Because you feel like they're not serving other people the way you should. Well, so then let me ask you this. Are you serving other people the way you should with the little that you have right now? Because if you're not doing it when you have little, don't think that you're going to suddenly do it when you're super rich. Are you serving other people now? Are you putting other people ahead now? Or is it living all about you and just to get the bag now, and just to get the woman now, just to get the man now, just to get the promotion now? Is it all about you? No, that's going to go. Now that's off topic, but we're going to maybe have to do a hype fire stream on that, because I think a lot of you are really convinced that just if you could just add $1 million to your bank account, you'd be happy and everything would be good in your life. And I can promise you, if you aren't having joy in your life now with an empty bank account, you're not going to have joy in your life with a full bank account. And because you can just see it, and you can just watch celebrity after celebrity just have money, have fame, have popularity, have wealth, have houses, have boats, have airplanes, and they're still not happy. They're just still not happy. Okay, but here's the point. Get out of bed, do the thing that you need to do the thing that you're putting off, do the thing that you said you were going to do that you haven't done, and instead get to work. This is an opportunity. The next 6 to 8 weeks, at least in the United States, are some of the best money-making weeks that you have. There's some of the best opportunities you have to serve other people, some of the best ways to start looking for things. And so here's the deal. You've got to figure out what it is in your life that isn't the way that it's supposed to be, and maybe stop doing what you're doing that brought you there. So I personally believe you should start with your spiritual health first. I believe that the way to freedom is a relationship with Jesus Christ. For sure. That's what I believe. Now, you can disagree with me and you can pursue other paths, but I think you do owe yourself to answer the question, is there a God? And does this God, if he exists, want to have a relationship with me? I think that's a very good first place to start. And then everything else, I would say, look at your heart. Is your heart fixed? Is your emotion fixed? Is your will fixed? Are all these things fixed? And then at the same time, are you making money, but not trying to take advantage of other people, but making money while you try to serve other people? What if it's not just about you to be one of the greats? Imagine if you had millions heard your message, how many hands you would have held. Yes, absolutely, Spice. That's good. That's what I'm talking about here. Like, do you think on your deathbed you're going to care about how much money you have or about how much you've helped other people in the relationships you had? Like, if you can't answer that question, that means you're not looking far enough out. Jakub, if I'm saying that right, sorry if I'm not, let me know. So, you're a passionate guy in a poor country. Well, here's the great thing. Passion, right? Passion is important. If you got a passion to help other people, then you have an opportunity to help other people. But you obviously have internet access because you're watching this stream. So do you have a channel? Do you have a YouTube channel where you're taking your passion and you are just starting to spread hope to other people? So here's the thing. It's not about your resources. It's about your resourcefulness. Okay? This is true, especially on YouTube, but it's true in every area of your life. Like, maybe you don't have the resources to start a small business, but what are you doing? So one of the things that I'm doing on my channel is I collect every coin that I find on the ground, and I'll show you guys because I have a whole collection of them here. Okay, this whole bin, this is all coins that I found on the ground, and I pick up, can you guys see that? These are all coins. There's probably about like $10 worth of coins that I found on the ground. Okay, and you know what I'm doing with those coins? I'm taking those coins and then I'm going to Goodwill over whenever I have opportunity, and then I'm buying products with the money that I found on the ground, from Goodwill or from thrift stores, and then I'm reselling it, okay? Reselling it, and then I'm making more money that way. So I already done this once. I took $1.06 because it was $1 plus tax, which is our tax rate here. So took $1.06. I bought a CD from a thrift store. Then I sold it on Amazon for like $11, after which I'll get $6 in fees. So I literally took money, change that I found on the ground, and did that. And now what I can do, I can take that $6 plus these other coins, and I can do that over and over and over again. And so here's the thing, it's not about your resources. You don't have to have a ton of money to get that started. Find coins on the ground, start collecting those things up. But Jakub, if I'm saying that right, what are you doing? So if you've got hope and you have passion and you have a message for your community, get it out there. You should start your YouTube channel if you haven't already. If you have, let me know. I'd love to follow along. ASideofHustleChannel@gmail.com. I would love to just follow along and see that and see what you're doing for your country and different things. But I mean, if you have internet, that means you've got a way to get your message out. So get your message out. Yeah, there you go. American Walmart's soda cans, because you get 10 cents a can or something like that? It's absolutely ridiculous to me that like people just like don't care about little things like this. And so you have so many different things. No, you don't need money to bring change. Spice, I'm like thousands of dollars in debt. And every single day I'm going out here and I'm making videos encouraging people, and we're building a channel on YouTube, basically spending no extra money at all. And and I did this for 10 months before I started bringing in any money. And we just have some good channel subscribers who became members. We have some good channel subscribers who have done super chats and stuff like that. And that money, now I'm pouring that back into the YouTube. Okay, so no, you don't have to have money to bring change. That's one of the biggest lies that the world is going to tell you. Religion doesn't work on money. No, of course that there are things that churches and other religious organizations can do if they have money, but they don't need money to exist. Okay? They don't need money to exist. They just need people. Churches are people. All right. I like how people like come on saying you don't work while they're just scrolling YouTube. That's really funny. That's good stuff. You guys got jokes this morning. I appreciate that. I appreciate the jokes. All right. So here's the thing. The point is you can do things. You just have to find the way. You can always find the reason not to do things. What I want to challenge everybody today is find the reason to do the thing. Find the reason. Whatever the thing is that you want to accomplish. What boils up inside of you that says, man, I wish I could be doing that. Well, just start doing it. Just start doing it. And you know what? Like we've got somebody who's been streaming and trying to get his YouTube channel going, and he just goes on and is streaming. He's reporting back like, hey, I had 14 people come in and watch my stream today. I had 1 watch hour added to my channel today. Like that's what you got to do. And you just build it. And if you have a message, a lot of you guys look like you have messages. Okay? So get your message out there. Stop being cowards and then start being bold and brave to start bringing your message to the world. Guess what? There's going to be other cowards who aren't going to like your message, but choose bravery. Don't choose cowardice. Choose bravery. Choose going for it. Choose the option of, hey, I'm going to push. I'm going to do my absolute best to make the impact, to make the change that I want in the world. Don't wait for your politicians to fix it. They're not going to fix it. Don't wait for people around you to fix it. You're the one who noticed it. So bring the change. And if you're stuck, like if you're truly, truly stuck and you're not trying to make excuses, then pivot. Try something new. Try something different. Okay, so there. That's my hype for you. That's 30 minutes of hype. That's 30 minutes of just lighting a torch under your patootie to get you going, get you hyped into the weekend. So I hope you guys all appreciate it. If you like this, if you want to see more ways to make money, get some side hustles started, if you want to see more ways and opportunities to get out of debt, if you want to see ways for emotional freedom, financial freedom, we've got all sorts of resources for you. You can definitely subscribe on the channel. You can that's one thing, so you'll be notified. Some of the deeper stuff we dive into on the Patreon, patreon.com/ASideofHustle. Some of the other things we're going to dive into on this channel in the weeks and months ahead. So that's what we've got. But the point is, don't make excuses for why you're not accomplishing what you want. Either do it, or if you have truly hit a roadblock, turn and pivot to something new. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you guys, like, if you got any other questions or comments on this or anything else that you want to talk about for a couple of minutes, that's fine, because now it's time for me to get to work to do the things that I need to do. But I wanted to give this message out to you first while I was kind of getting set up with where I needed to be. So if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Otherwise, we're going to end the stream. I'm going to refresh chat because sometimes chat gets a little delayed on my end. So sometimes I just need to refresh it. So I think we're basically caught up on everything. So I appreciate you guys coming out. Hey, Spice, you guys got to put the work in, right? You got to put the work in. I don't care. The number of viewers that are here doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how many viewers, because I'm out here, and maybe today's stream was just for you, Spice. Maybe you were the one that needed to see today's stream. And so, hey, like, if this is your vibe, this is what we're all about on the channel. We're not always this intense, but I like to give these every once in a while. You know, we do lots of practical stuff too, but every once in a while, I've just got some fire that I need to spit. I guess it just comes with a red beard. I gotta spit fire and gotta do what needs to be done. So this is just kind of the message that I have on my heart today, because like I wanted to make excuses. Like today was a day that I didn't feel like getting going. So it's like, okay, so I'm gonna hype myself up, and if anybody else wants to listen and get hyped up with it, that's fine too. So we're gonna do the work and we're gonna do it. Like, I don't care. This channel, good morning, Blue Eyes, how's it going? Good morning, Saucy Jack, how's it going? Like, this channel is for whoever it's supposed to be for, okay? I'm not trying to get to a bajillion followers. I'm not trying to beat Mr. Beast or anything like that. We're just out here doing our thing. I'm bringing my unique spin on the world, because I know there's a lot of people who are hurting, but I also know a lot of people are stuck in ways that aren't supposed to be. Good morning, Lisa. Y'all are showing up. Y'all are showing up today. So we did a hype fire chat. If you need a little motivation, just rewind to the beginning and see me spitting fire for 20 minutes. Basically, the synopsis is stop making excuses for the things that you don't want to do. But if you have genuinely tried every way of getting around a roadblock and you're stuck, then maybe it's time to pivot and try something different. Okay? But don't say, and I started with like, it's Florida cold this morning. It was like 50 degrees. Okay, which again, in Florida is freezing. I decided we might kind of do this Friday morning. Yeah, well, Spice, you start a revolution one person at a time, right? You have to be the change that you want to see in the world. Like, it starts with you. It starts with you. It starts with me. It starts with every person. It starts with Lisa. It starts with Blue Eyes. It starts with American Walmarts. It starts with us doing the things and doing things differently. And when you see something wrong, if you wait till you get a coalition, you're never going to get a coalition started. You know what's better? Is start being the person you're supposed to be and then invite other people to join you. Good morning, Shamrock. Y'all are coming out like 30 minutes into the Hype Fire stream. Well, good. I'm glad I woke you all up this morning. Hope you guys are doing awesome today. If you need any motivation going into the weekend, I'm going to give you guys like 5 more minutes here. But if you need a fire lit under your rear end, go back to the beginning. Okay, I got 30 minutes of fire, just getting you guys going, getting you hyped up for the weekend. The opportunities to make money over the next 6 to 8 weeks are huge, and especially I think next week is going to be there's so many opportunities to make money next week. So if you're stuck, if you're financially stuck, we want to make sure you've got a nice full game plan. Okay, you got to have a nice full game plan so you're ready to go for next week. And of course, you also have to be ready to pivot for sure. No, did the Browns win? So I never even saw the end of the game, because I was like, if you guys saw me on stream last night, I was like yawning. I was so tired. Did the Browns end up winning? That's awesome. If they did a snowball fight, that is hilarious. Right? But I mean, that's a perfect example. Awesome. That's a perfect example of, right? It was snowing. They were behind early. Hold on. Let's see what happened. Let's look at the game from last night. If it's even going to pull up. But that is hilarious that they did the snowball fight after the game. Yeah, Browns won 24-19. Wow. I saw that, Lisa. They come back. Oh yeah, they did come back. Looks like it was a pretty good game in the second half. Oh no, you're good. You're good. You're good. Hey, so my score, I was like 41-12 Steelers. So it was higher scoring than a lot of people thought. It's all good. No, that's what I'm going to have to look that up. I bet you they'll have that clip up on ESPN. But I mean, right? The Browns were down early. It was snowing. It was cold. They never have every excuse to quit, and they didn't. They kept pushing through all the way through to the end. So that's the whole point. It's like, look, we've got opportunities galore over the next 6 weeks, but especially over the next week and a half to make money. You've got reselling opportunities. You've got delivery opportunities. You've got everything. Okay? You've got everything possible that you could need to start breaking free financially, and then also do it with a servant's heart and all these other things that we're all about. So, I mean, I appreciate you guys. Thank you, especially for all my subscribers and members coming on late here. If you want to have a pretty green name, and Shamrock, that green looks perfect with your avatar too. So if you want to have a pretty green name like Shamrock, you can sign up as a member, just like Shamrock, $2 or $5 a month. So, all right, Spice, aren't most politicians some who are capable of change, particularly in my country? Blessed, rich, and continuing their trade only on money. I mean, this entire country. Right. So, but here's the thing, Spice. I forget what song it's in, but there's a great line in one of the songs I like. You'll never start a revolution in your sleep. Like, look, this idea, like, you maybe are in a situation, but you have the internet. Do you guys, I think you guys underestimate, especially if you're from the younger generation, you underestimate what power you have at your fingertips if you have access to the internet. The power that you have to change the world, to make an income for yourself through it, to get your viewpoints out there. Like, you don't have to be rich to make a change. Like, everything, if you believe that, you're believing the lies that the world is telling you. You don't have to be rich to make a change. You just don't. Now, maybe you'll never make every change in your lifetime that you want to see, but if you wait till you're rich to make the change, then you're never going to make the change, right? Because there's always going to be someone richer than you. Okay? There's only ever one person atop the Forbes, richest person in the world list. There's only one. And it's probably never going to be you, and it's definitely never going to be me. Okay? We're not going to be number one on that list. So why wait? Why wait? Why keep putting things up? Yeah, like, Spice, you just got to do it. You have the internet. Start making videos. Start talking. Tell the world that the injustices you see. Shine a light on dark places, right? That's like the whole theme of, like, Lord of the Rings, right? Shine a light on dark places. Did the hobbits have anything, guys? The hobbits had nothing. They had hairy feet. That's all they had. Okay, Frodo changed the world with hairy feet. He didn't have power. He didn't have riches, but he built a team around him who enabled him through highs and lows to get the mission done, and he literally saved the world. Okay, so maybe you're not going to be King Aragorn. Maybe you're Frodo, right? Like, maybe you're Frodo. But Frodo was the hero of the story, not because he was rich, not because he had everything handed to him on a silver platter, not because he never struggled. He's the hero of the story because he took on the mission and he got it completed by himself with a team around him, but he was the one who finally did it with maybe a little help from Gollum at the very end. Okay, right? But, like, that's the whole point. Stop telling yourself these lies that the world is doing in it. So I know we're gonna have to do another Hype Fire stream about money is not the answer, because I mean, that was very apparent in the comments today. A lot of people are thinking, like, look, it's all about being rich. Like, look, you don't have to wait to be rich to make an impact in this world. In fact, if you wait to be rich and you try to get rich before you're going to make the impact in the world, then you're missing out. You're going to give up years and years of your life and years of your potential influence to do it. Stop just teaching yourself and telling yourself that you have to do that. Hey, Spice, appreciate it. Thank you for the sub, and come on back. Like, I want to encourage you, but I'm going to challenge you because you have the internet at your fingertips. And what if you only reach 2 people, but those 2 people keep reaching more people and more people and more people? It doesn't take long for the message to get out there. If you've got a message that other people are wanting to hear and they're going to want to team up with you, I know you can do it, Spice. So have a great weekend. I appreciate you. Thank you for hanging out on the stream. So we've got, anyway, anybody else have anything else to share? Definitely want to cover it. I don't have any catering orders or anything today. Okay, so and our internet is still really dicey in town, so I think I might just try Instacart only for the morning. I need a kind of a break from DoorDash. So, so I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just see what's out here for Instacart today, which I'm going to use this phone because this is a better Instacart phone. But if anybody else has anything else that you want to say, yeah, no, it was like, I mean, I didn't see anything come through. I think a lot of workplaces are probably just going to let out early and stuff like that. I think it's kind of one of those, I don't know, like we have no school next week. So my wife even said she's planning on probably being done earlier, even though she has aftercare today. So I'm hoping to be live by 5 o'clock tonight for supper and doing that. But yeah, I'm going to just see if there's Instacart orders out here today. Because I'm hoping, even though maybe it's not Thanksgiving yet, you might have people having company come in. My wife said a lot of families were already traveling for Thanksgiving, so it could also be people traveling here too. So yeah, I got lots of smaller things. We're gonna just try our best, and obviously I'll leave the catering apps on in case something comes through. But I am currently catering free, and we're gonna do that. So I hope everybody is good. I hope you're excited for the weekend and the week ahead. I would definitely think about little things, like if you need to get oil changes in cars or any car maintenance, you probably want to get that done this week. Watching from Jamaica, Nick, awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. So I hope you're inspired to take on something. So we got a cold front that came through to Florida here. Did it make it all the way down to Jamaica? Because it was like 50 degrees this morning here. That's why I'm wearing a sweatshirt in Florida. So did it make it down? I don't know how far the cold front made it, but awesome. Well, with that, I think we're gonna scooch for now. Appreciate you guys hanging out, especially early on Friday. If you need a little extra motivation, then just go back to the beginning of the stream. No, did PA get smoked with snow? All right, well then enjoy hopefully a beautiful day down in Jamaica, Nick. So, do you have a travel blog, Nick? It kind of looks like it with your title and your name there. So, are you actually running like a travel vlog blog type of thing? Thank you, Nick. We appreciate you so much. All right, so with that, I'm gonna actually put my stuff into practice here. I'm gonna go do work. At least if there is work to be done. If not, I'm gonna work on a couple other projects at home. Awesome. That's awesome. How long are you going to be in Jamaica for? And what sort of, what do you focus on? Do you focus on anything in particular? Let me see if I can, I want to see if I can find it really quick here. Awesome, Nick. I love it. I love it. That's just so in line with what we're talking about here on this stream. Going from homeless to being traveling the world. So that is so cool. Thank you for sharing that story. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Let's see if I can find your on my other phone here. Where are you going? Do you know where you're going to next? That's awesome. Got over 1,000 subscribers. Very nice work, Nick. All right, you just added yourself another subscriber too. So, I appreciate it. That's cool. I'm looking forward to seeing some of the stuff that you're doing here. Do you know where you're traveling next after Jamaica? Or do you plan it out, or you just kind of go wherever you feel like going? Okay. Awesome. Well, we wish you safety and we wish you well on your travels, and I added a sub for you. Keep you going in that journey. So good luck to you. That's cool. Hey, I mean, you get to live the dream. Yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, if you guys want to follow a travel blog kind of around the world, it was really easy to find. I just typed in Nick Will Travel and it was the first thing that it brought up. So that's really cool. Thanks for sharing with us. Yeah, and your videos are all outperforming your subscribers, which is really good, just from a YouTube metric standpoint. So just so you guys know, he's got like about 1,200 subscribers, and like his most recent videos have gotten 3,000 plus views. So that means you're, yeah. So that's a good sign for future growth, Nick. So don't be afraid to invite people to subscribe to your channel and your videos. I haven't watched any yet, but you know, it looks like you got a good thing going. So really cool. You added, there you go. You added another subscriber. Myself, Lisa. So we love supporting smaller creators and stuff like that. So awesome. For sure. Stay safe out there and look forward to seeing the stuff that the content you're producing. So, and as you travel around and find all these different places and stuff, let me know when you get the trip to Antarctica set up. Let me know when you get the trip to Antarctica set up. Maybe I'll come with you, even though that sounds really cold. But I do want to. That's on my travel wish list someday. Antarctica. Get like 70 layers of clothing to stay warm. Your dream country is Norway. Awesome. Well, keep working that direction. I would just say you probably want to go there. Maybe you want to go there in winter. I don't know. Is it really cold up there in winter? I know Norway always like has so many great winter Olympians. Special trip. That's like yeah, you might have to like pair with Mr. Beast on that one, because he's already done Antarctica once. But maybe Nick will travel with Mr. Beast. All right. Well, that being said, we've been on almost for an hour here. So if you need a little hype and motivation, go back to the beginning of the stream. It'll repost here in a few minutes. But I'm going to go see if there are some orders to be gotten and some money to be made this morning. If not, I got other projects. I got backup projects to do. So appreciate all you guys. Thank you guys for the likes, the subscribes, the memberships, all the super chats. Appreciate all you guys. Thank you for supporting a small channel here as well. So let's get going. Let's make money. I will be live tonight, somewhere between 5 and 6 p.m. tonight, for just our normal ride along. So that's the next time I'm going to be live. And as soon as I know the time, I will post it off. So I appreciate you guys. Hit that subscribe on the way out if you haven't already done so, and we'll have some more hype fire coming your way soon. Have a great day.